So let's make a bookmark. I recently purchased something called a blank bar bookmark that you can embellish along the bar here. Let me show you how it fits into a book. Here's how this works in a book. You open the book up, you tuck this in, close it, and there you are. And how fun that's going to look when it's beaded. So this video is part of a collaboration named Thursday BookTube. It's hosted by myself and Life with Patti. We invite you every week on Thursdays to upload something reading related. A book, a magazine, a trip to a bookstore, a coloring book, a favorite children's book, a cookbook. There's really no rules. Just hashtag it Thursday BookTube and tag myself and Life with Patti, and I'll make sure you get on the playlist. Today I'm going to take this a step further and make something that is reading related, and that is a bookmark for Valentine's Day. I also recently purchased this box full of fabulous Valentine's Day beads, plastic beads from Amazon. So we're going to make a fun bookmark. So it's cold, it's rainy, it's dark, and I'm feeling I want to do light and bright and exciting. So I'm going to be using these bright red beads, shiny ones. I have these shiny, these kind of disco ball ones that have a bunch of glitter around the edge. And these cool rhinestone spacers, let me show you what they look like. They're like little tiny diamond rings, and you put them between beads. I decided to add some silver tone beads from my existing bead collection. So it's like they say, in for a dime, in for a dollar. So I thought to keep with the shiny, sort of bright disco ball look here, or whatever it is, I'm going to put this fun rhinestone heart, also the charm, onto the bookmark, and I'm going to attach it with a little piece of chain. Okay, in order to get the beads on, we have to detach this bar from the bookmark. So I'm going to unscrew it like this. It unscrews from the top. I'm just going to unscrew it. I like that it has a nice long screw, so it won't fall apart real easily, just like that. And if you'll notice, this is a pretty thick bar. It has to be so it doesn't bend and break and all that sort of stuff. I would say it's about 1 millimeter because I tried it with my millimeter beads and it fits just fine. So I went ahead and laid out a pattern, which is kind of fun. And I'm going to start stacking the beads on. Remember, you're going to be stacking from the bottom up. So I'm going to start with one of these spacers like this and put it on. I found the spacers are a little tighter, but it goes over the screws fine. There's one. And I'm going to put one of these bright rhinestone looking disco ball looking balls on the bottom like that. Already I'm liking it. I'm going to grab another one of these spacers, the rhinestone ones. Again, it takes a little bit of maneuvering to get over the screw, at least for those type of beads. And then I'm going to take one of these silver balls and put that right on, just like that. So that's our pattern. Let me grab another one. These are always sliding away from me. And put that on. And I'm going to use just a regular shiny red bead. I thought I'd just do the one sort of bright rhinestone one at the bottom there. And then another diamond spacer, diamond ring looking spacer. I love all these shiny things happening here. It is so dark and gloomy. We've been raining a lot, so even during the day it's overcast. Not that I mind. I love the winter, but I loved knowing that I had these bright beads to work with too. There's one more. Just like that. What do you think? It's looking fun, isn't it? And then I'm going to put one more bead like that. Looks almost like a magic wand or some sort of magical wand. Sort of a royal look. One more. A little bit of, let's do a little bit of, maybe I turn that around. Get that on. I just needed to turn it around. And then the last bead I'm going to put is another one of those round silver beads. Again, the round silver bead did not come with the set I purchased at Amazon. I already had it, but that's fine. You could probably do this without it, but I thought I wanted to try it. And so now what I'm going to do is screw this back on. Now, if you want to make sure this never comes apart ever, you could probably glue it and screw it in, but I think that the screw is long enough and tight enough. I don't think you'll have a problem with that. Maybe I'll get it on at some point. There. That's a pretty long screw. All right. And you know there we go, it's tight. And you know the beads fit perfectly. I did try them first before I made the pattern. Well, I made the pattern and tried them on the bar, and it fit just perfectly. So already it's fun and nice, and you could probably leave it like that, but I'm not going to leave it like that. It's Valentine's, and I want to just add a little charm for that final touch. First of all, you're going to need a jump ring, and that's a little tiny ring that's cut on one side so you can open it and stick the charm on and then close it again. A lot of times when you buy charms at like Joann's or Michael's or the craft stores, they already have a jump ring attached, but when you get them at Amazon, they don't, so you have to do your own. So I'm going to grab this and just twist it open. You want to twist it from side to side, and you have to find that little break. Sometimes I could do this just with one tool here. Sometimes I need two. It depends how stiff the metal is. There. All right. This is what you want, this opening, so that you can put the charm on. Whoops. Let's get on this side. There we go. And before we close it up, we're going to attach the other end to the chain. I don't know how long the chain is going to be, but we do need to get this attached, and then we'll decide when we look at it in proportion to the bookmark, then we'll know. Now to close this, I definitely am going to need a second tool. So I'm going to just bring these two back together. Sometimes these jump rings, the metal is hard. Other times the metal is soft, and it can be a bit of a struggle with the hard ones. But there, I just did it. It's back together, and I'm going to take this and just give it a little squeeze to close it off. And there we are. It's attached to the chain. So let's see how long we want this chain to be. We are going to be putting it, attaching it to this ring here. And we don't want it too long because we don't want it to be pulled off, and we're also going to be using a jump ring. So whatever we do here, we have to accommodate the jump ring. So I think that having 1-2 links is great, and the third link I'm going to replace with the jump ring. So I'm going to cut that third link off and then add a jump ring instead. All right, so we have the chain attached to the heart, and it's cut to the right length. And we need to attach the chain to the bookmark here at the loop at the top to create the dangle. So I've got this little jump ring already opened. You can see it. And I'm going to attach that to this top chain. Look at that. Always tricky, really tiny. All right. And now I'm going to attach that to this loop. And you got to kind of check it so that your charm is pointing in the right direction. You don't want to go through all this work and charm is like that. So I'm going to try it again. Here it is, facing in the right direction, so we're going to just close that loop. And I apologize, it's hard to see. I was looking at this earlier before I finished the video, and it's very hard to see what I'm doing, but I will put some links to opening and closing jump rings so you can get maybe better quality look at that. So basically we've twisted it open, And now we're going to twist it shut. You never want to pull them apart this way. You want to pull them apart this way and put them back together this way. So I'm going to just move them. All right, let's draw those two together. Make sure they meet. Now they've met, but there is still a gap right there. Do you see it? And I'm going to take this plier and close it up. And a final squeeze. And there you are. And there it is, done. So that's how you make a very simple but pretty bookmark. The dangle is extra. You can do that if you want, or not do that, even just with the bar loaded up with beads. It looks lovely, and I'm sure whoever gets this will appreciate it. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you so much for watching.